Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmaniimmigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, I'll be sharing a very important video with you, the preparation which you need to do for a very important program. What this is, I'll share everything with you. But before that, I request, if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends. And without further delay, let's get started on today's very important video. The video is about parents and grandparents. Parents and Grandparents Program 2022. I have made a complete video on this topic 4 months back. And now people are sharing. They are sharing parents and grandparents is coming. Well, everybody is saying parents and grandparents is coming. Yes, it is coming. And I told you 4 months back all this information. I have a complete video and you liked all this video. I will share the link. If you have not seen the video yet, you can see the video. I will share the link in the description. Today's video is not about it's coming, because that everyone is talking. Parents and Grandparent Program is coming. Everyone is talking about it. What I am sharing with you is preparation which you need to do. This is the same situation. Just like you are going into an exam, you need to prepare before time, not on the exam day. On the exam day, you don't prepare. You just go and take the exam. So you need to prepare beforehand. And I am going to talk what preparation you need to do. One big question before I talk about the preparation. And this question is whether this time it will be a lottery system or this time it will be a first come first serve. So very high chance it will be a lottery system. Last 3-4 years lottery system is going on. You do the expression of interest on an online portal, and if your number is picked, you are invited, you proceed with the application. So high chances lottery system will be there, but if first come first serve is there, how much prepared you are? Even for the lottery system, you need to be prepared. How much prepared you are? Just ask this question from yourself. So what we are going to do is we are going to talk about both sides. So preparation need to happen from your side. You are the sponsor. Somebody who is sitting in Canada is a sponsor. And parents and grandparents who are sitting in the home country are the ones who are getting sponsored. So from your side, what is the preparation you need to do? So first of all, you need to make sure that you are either PR card holder or you are a Canadian citizen. If you are not a Canadian citizen or PR card holder, then you cannot sponsor your parents on PR program. Period. Done. So the second thing, you must be 18 years of age and above. The third thing, and this is very important, that okay, you are a Canadian citizen, but you are working in Gulf. You are a Canadian citizen, but you are working in Gulf. You are not residing in Canada. Still, you cannot sponsor. If you are not residing in Canada, you are a Canadian citizen, but you cannot sponsor your parent. Another important thing, calculate the family size. How do you calculate the family size? I will explain to you, and you can do it yourself. Many agents play around this, come to us, I will tell you, I will explain you. You can do it yourself. You select the consultant based on his knowledge and experience. Not because that he is going to give you something free, like he will calculate the family size for you. So next thing, make sure you meet the income requirement and you have all the notice of assessments. notice of assessment, NOA. You have all those available. And you know how to apply online, how to do expression of interest online on the portal. So these are the requirement from your side, bare minimum. Even if the program is not announced yet, still you can make these things sure. Now, the second thing, requirements on your parents' side. On your parents' side, immigration is all about documentation. Document. The first and the most important document is passport. If your parents' passport is expired, get it renewed. If they don't have the passport, get the new passport. Most important thing, passport. Marriage certificate. I understand that at the time when our parents got married, marriage certificate was not so readily available. Most of the parents don't have it, but this is required, this is needed. Affidavit will not work. So I request, if you don't have a marriage certificate, get the marriage certificate. Same is the situation with birth certificate. I know most of the parents will not have birth certificate. If you do not have the birth certificate, I highly recommend get the birth certificate. An affidavit will not do that work. Again, Aadhaar card, that's also required for both parents. PCC, police clearance certificate. If your parents have traveled across the globe, then they need it from more than one country. PCC is required. Then, if suppose, God forbid, if one of your parents have passed, then we need the death certificate. All these things are required, and there is no linkage between the announcement of the program and this thing. So you need to get all these things done beforehand. Make sure your parents do not face any kind of inadmissibility issue. Now, inadmissibility issue, the first thing is misrepresentation. Many times people go to unauthorized agents and they write whatever they wish to in their forms. They may be able to get a visa or may not be able to get a visa. In either case, your parents get into trouble because of misrepresentation. It's not their fault. It's the fault of the unauthorized agent. And still they get into trouble of misrepresentation because God knows what they have put in the forms. Misrepresentation. The second thing is they should not be involved into any kind of criminal cases. They should not have any kind of medical issues, medical inadmissibility. And the last thing, they should not be on a removal order. Suppose they came in here to Canada and government came to know that there is a misrepresentation, they say, okay, go back, removal orders. If they have removal orders, you cannot sponsor your parents. So these are the things, make sure both on your side and your parents' side. Next important thing is calculate the family size. So how do you calculate the family size? 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. 3 steps you need to do. First step, you count yourself. You count yourself. Just like in airlines, you put the mask on your face first. Then you help your passenger. First yourself, count yourself. If you are married, count your spouse. If you have kids, count them. So this is the immediate family. Now, add. Step number 2. Add what you need to add. If you have previously sponsored someone, if you are a co-signer. Now, what is co-signer? Co-signer, see, I can sponsor my parents. I cannot sponsor my wife's parent. If my wife wishes to sponsor her parents, she needs to sponsor them. I can say, okay, your income is less. I can add my income. I become co-signer. So, I have explained all this in my video, Parents and Grandparents program. I'll share the link with you. You can watch that. I've explained everything over there. So, that's what you call as a co-signer. Make sure you are not a co-signer. If you are a co-signer, then you have to add that first. And then you add step number 3. Then you add your parents. If they have a dependent kids, that is your brother or sister, then they will also be added. This is how you calculate the family size. So here is an example, right, how you calculate. See, I have taken ideal case, family of 4, husband, wife, 2 kids, family of 4, and they are calling their parents. They are not a co-signer, they have not sponsored anyone before, so they are calling both their parents. 4 plus 2 is 6, simple mathematics, easy. But it's not easy sometimes in real life. There are many complicated cases, divorce cases, adoption cases, first wife, second wife case, lots of different type of cases. Dependent child, 18 years, 22 years. I am not touching all those cases. I just told you a simple generic case. This is how you can calculate a family size. Now, notice of assessment, income requirement, line 150, that's what it is counted. Here is the income requirement for 2021 program. 3 years notice of assessment is required, 2020, 2019, 2018. That was for last year program. This year program, you will have to have 2021, 2020 and 2019. So you get an idea at least. A family of 6, 60,000 is roughly required, notice of assessment. Now, undertaking. So undertaking is a very important thing. You make a promise to the government. I have explained it in detail in my video earlier. I'll share the link. And this is a 20-year undertaking. You promise that you will take care of the parents and grandparents. Again, they cannot go for any kind of social assistance. If they do, you have to repay. And if your parents have dependent family members, then 20 years undertaking extends to them also, right? So their dependent children or spouse, that extends to them also. Lastly, in cubic the rules are different. For cubic the undertaking is for 10 years. And last important thing which I am going to share with you is how will you become ineligible if you for sponsorship. So you are not eligible to sponsor if you have removal orders and you are serving jail term, if you have any criminal cases on you, if you have bankruptcy, undischarged specifically, and receiving a social assistance other than for any kind of disability, owing money to the government in terms of immigration loan, or defaulted earlier promise. So you are not eligible to sponsor. Lastly, the fee is $1,050. This is a government fee for per person, which includes sponsorship fee, processing fee and right of permanent lending fee, and there is an additional biometric fee of $85. Processing time is usually around 2 years plus. So if you want to discuss any of your immigration matters, your case, your profile, your questions, you can get an appointment from our office, talk to us. Our office address, email ID and phone number, everything is shared with you. Happy to talk to you, can connect with you. And most important thing, if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.